Quick tips on the scissor sweep today. Tons of videos out there on the scissor sweep. I'm just gonna go over some of the details that I've noticed in my own students. They miss these details and then they can't pull off the sweep. So let's start from guard. Okay, so in guard, basic scissor sweep, you're always gonna open the lapel, put your hand in. Always get a good grip. Don't grip down here. And some people will teach you don't do this. This is actually fine. You can grab this half and still do a scissor sweep. They are both correct, but if you're gonna go across grip, make sure you get that hand deep. So open, get that deep. Now you kind of have their posture. Then you have your grip here on the sleeve. Okay, first detail a lot of people forget, make sure your hip bone is up and down, okay? What people do incorrectly here is they'll come here to the side, they'll slide their knee across, but then they'll kind of be at an angle where, see how my hip is tilted more back? So this makes the sweep more difficult. Get on your side. My hip bone is as straight up and down as it's gonna be. Second thing, some people will teach you, bring your leg across their stomach. Some people will teach you bring it across their onto their other shoulder, kind of like a knee shield. They're both fine, just depends on who's doing the sweep. If Tarl was doing the sweep to me, I'm a big guy, it's probably better for him to hold it on the knee shield because I'm a heavy guy. I'm gonna collapse this. Like I'll collapse that so easily. But if I'm doing it on a guy, maybe my size or even smaller, I can come here. Like I have enough strength in my legs to keep them off and not collapse my legs. So make sure your hip bone is straight up and down. Make sure you have a deep grip collar grip deep in their collar. And then last thing is how you control this arm. It's not a mistake, but I will say there are better ways of controlling this arm, okay? See a lot of people here that will try to pull this arm, like they'll try to hold it here because when you go for the scissor sweep, it's natural for them to want to post this arm. And so people try to control it and they'll like bring this elbow in. There's a better way of doing this in my opinion, and that is as you pull, turn your hand in and look at your watch, okay? Because when I go to pull this to me, looking here, it's actually harder for him to move just by looking at my watch, okay? So let's start from the beginning. Let's talk about those. Have my closed guard. I'm gonna open this up, get a good deep grip in the collar. I have this, and then very little movement. I wanna switch and go to my side. And I wanna do that without planting my foot. And so I'm gonna switch my grip so you can see on this half. If you can do it without putting this on the ground and moving, it's so much better, okay? Here, I just kind of open my guard, I pinch my knees, and then I rotate my hips without putting this foot on the mat. Here, okay? You notice I never put it down. What you're really doing is you're lifting your hips off of his quads. I'm just putting my hamstrings here and I'm lifting. Lift my hips and I rotate. So let's do it the other way. Open, grip, unlock, pinch, lift, slide, right here. So my hip bone is as up and down as it can be. And then right here, to get this sweep to happen, you'll see people, make sure you drop this leg, make sure you sweep. They're correct, but here's the thing. If he is on his butt, meaning his butt are on top of his ankles, you're not gonna sweep it, unless you're a big guy. We want effectiveness, okay? We don't want strength. So I have to pull him off his butt. So this is why you'll see people teach to come up on their elbow and then go back down. Now, when you go back down, you want a bicep curl. Hold him here. Don't sit here and come back and straighten your arm. I didn't pull him off his butt, okay? So I come here, I bicep curl him in, and then when I come back down, I load him, okay? I load him, and then I pull. And look at my watch, and look, with him loaded up here, now this leg's gonna come down, and I scissor my legs. I scissor sweep right here, and then I follow him up. And now I'm on top, okay? So you have to load your partner's weight. So just go through the whole sequence. Here, open, bring his posture down. My legs are ready. I've already opened my guard. Slide. Here, sit up, and then pull them up. And you notice when I sat up, I don't tuck my body in, okay? Sit up, pull them, watch, sweep. Now I'm on top, okay? So, very basic of the scissor sweep. Those are just details on doing it from a closed guard when they're sitting on their butt.